and it is projected out and seen in a million other forms. You would see it in your past lives. You would see it in your present. You would see it all around you in a million different ways, in threats. You see it in your own body. Oh my God, what about this? What about that? You see it in your bank account. You could see it in a million different forms. A million different forms. First of all, I would tread carefully in the sense of saying things like karma and things like past lives can often be very useful concepts for people. They can be useful experiences. They can be useful in their pathway. And so to just sort of carte blanche say, it's all bullshit, is foolish. But because they can be really genuinely helpful for people. It's, along the way. But I don't see how it could be, from my point of view, I can't see how there isn't some way in which those kinds of notions, let's say, are projections of and experiences of at least what we could call separation. Because there is a past life and a now life and a potential future life, and there's past deeds and things to be worried about now for the future, and and so there is a way in which if that mind, if that consciousness is particularly bound up in that, then there's a way in which that is part of their outward perception, or part of their experience that is based upon the inner condition of a certain amount of separation. And as that sense of separation begins to heal, those concepts are probably going to seem less important, less relevant, and less true, and less real. One of the things, Marianne, that you could say about what you experienced was there wasn't really. I have no doubt that a part of the aspect of your experience was that it would have been there was a certain limitlessness to it. It's those things that are, as we have all experienced at times. Every one of us here have experienced those moments in which there is a way which something seemed to be outside the bounds of time, some fashion, or space, or something, or limitless in that fashion. And could there, within that experience, could there have been any moment in which there was a little tick of consciousness that went, oh my God, there's that thing I need to worry about so that the future thing is still good? Like the notion of karma and its pasts and its futures would have sort of fallen apart as just not really relevant to the situation. Right. It just wasn't. And what a beautiful and marvelous and wonderful experience of freedom is that. I suppose that's why people would say that it's in that experience that they feel free of karma. So is karma some sort of immutable law? No. It's one of the constructs along the way. And freedom kind of blows it out of the water, in a way. But if it's helpful for right now, you keep what's helpful for the moment. One of the marvelous things about oneness, besides the fact that it's hard to talk about without either sounding way out there or super cliche, is that it's simple. Oneness. It's simple. There is no order of difficulty. It's simple. And one of the aspects of our minds that is very tied to the separation is how much we love complexity. and how much we often revel in it. And it's one of the reasons why sometimes when that mind and that consciousness quiets down, calms down, and sort of moves closer to that experience of oneness, that it just gets way less complex in there, which is one of the reasons it gets a lot more quiet. Because something that simple as oneness just doesn't really make a whole lot of noise. There's not a whole lot of ruckus.